What's up guys, welcome back to TB Electric. Today we're doing a full how-to install guide for the Project 9 turn signal kit for the Talaria MX4 and the Talaria MX5. Here we have our Talaria MX5. This bike already has a ton of mods on it. We're really excited to now have a turn signal kit just to make this bike a little bit more street legal and to have our indicators and our flashing brake light. So come on over here and let's show you guys what comes in the package, and we're just gonna get this bad boy installed. So you have a couple different pieces here. I've got some of the tools we're gonna need, and then we're just gonna walk you through the whole process. This is our new rear tail light. So it comes with this bad boy, and this actually is the flashing indicators. And then we have our switch panel. This is gonna be your turn signals right here. The horn is just an extra button that comes on the switch that we're not gonna be using today. That is going to run to the back of the bike to plug into that new tail light. And then this is gonna run back to the front of the bike, and this is gonna plug into our turn signals, our front turn signals. So each of these are going to go onto the front of the bike on the sides of the fork, and those are going to be our indicators. And you can actually program different flashing sequences on these for whatever you would like it to do. So this, in my opinion, is the best turn signal kit that you can buy for any e-moto. They make the Project 9 for the e-ride models, for the Talaria XXX, for the MX5, for the Ultra B now. And so we have full install guide videos for each one of those bikes. So if you're interested in a turn signal kit for your bike, check the link down in the video description to head on over to TB Electric. Let's get this bad boy installed. We're gonna start by immediately removing our battery because we wanna be safe here. We don't want any power running through the bike as we work on it. So we're gonna go ahead, and you guys will notice we actually have an aftermarket taller battery in here, but we're just gonna quick release, remove our lid, and we're gonna unplug our battery. I'm sure you guys know how to do it on your stock bike. All right. If you guys wondering, that's the EWatt 7263 amp hour battery. Huge range, it's perfect. Okay, after that, we're gonna go ahead and start taking our seat assembly apart. So to do that, we're gonna go ahead and remove this bolt here, and then both of these here, and then the same on the other side, so we can pull this off, flip it upside down to get to our tail light, and run all of our wiring back in here. For that, you're gonna need a 4mm and a 5mm Allen. 4mm at the front right here. And then same on the other side. All right, once those are all out, this bad boy can come off, but you're still connected by these wires, as you guys can see. So this bike actually has the Project 9 Underglow and their standard Cyber upgraded tail light. So we're gonna be removing those and just running our turn signal kit. So to make it easy, I'm just gonna unplug this connector right here. Now your bike might look a little different because you're probably, all this wiring is for this new stuff here, but traditionally you just have one wire coming up that'll plug into here for your stock tail light. So we're gonna go ahead and take this over to the bench, take it all apart, and put our new tail light on. I forgot to mention you'll also have this bracket included with the kit, which is gonna adapt the new wider bolt spacing compared to the stock lights. We'll show you that in a second. Right now we're just gonna start taking this apart. Now this, again, might look a little bit different on your bike. If you just have a stock light, it's more than likely just mounted to this stock bracket down below. All right, so more than likely your bike should just look like it has just the single bracket, and you'll remove your stock tail light. We've got a zip tie right here. Go ahead and cut that. And then to actually run our wiring underneath this, we'll need to undo our metal bracket. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the underglow right now. We're just gonna simplify this bike and just run the new tail light. Okay, so now you'll need a 10mm socket to actually remove our metal frame. Those off. Now we're gonna go ahead and remove this too. We have a little tugger strap on the back here. Now this bracket will come off. You might have one more screw, but I didn't have it in right now. And now this should lift off just like that. And we can take our light, feed it out of our bracket, and just set that to the side. Now let's go ahead and take our new light, We're gonna do the same thing, just reverse and put it in, run our wiring there, and then as long as it's right here, then we can go ahead and set this back down where it goes, okay? And we can mount this light in a second, but now our wiring is nice and tucked underneath there. That's perfect. We'll go ahead and put our tray back on right here. It's gonna hold our fender on. And then we'll put our 10mm nuts back on. I like to go nice and gentle if I'm using the drill on these, because they do go, after all, like into the plastic seat. The stud is sticking out of there, so if you really wrench on it with a drill, it can pull that stud out of the plastic seat, which I've done before and had to buy a new seat. All right, we're gonna go ahead and mount this bracket on. Now, I don't remember what hardware this actually came with because we opened this kit a few months ago and some stuff got moved around, but we just grabbed 2 little 4mm bolts and some nuts that were previously holding our light bracket on, and we're just gonna put these straight through there like that, and then we're just gonna run this nut on the back side. But you should have hardware that came with your kit. Just go ahead and put those on. Now, the way you wanna orient this is have this piece mounted towards the back, and then you want to have this groove on the top so that once we mount our light, that'll fit right in there. I'm just going to go ahead and tighten this bracket all the way on. Okay, so now that that's on, this is going to go just like this. Now, you want to make sure you got your L and your R on the right side, so your seat is upside down. So L is actually on the opposite side just because it's flipped. But you just want to make sure that's right, otherwise your turn signals are going to be blinking the wrong way. All right, so now if you flip her over, that's how it should look. Boom. All right, so our next step is going to be leave our seat the way it is for a minute. We're going to grab our switch panel and all this wiring, and we're going to figure out where we want to put it on our bike. Now, this is going to be different potentially for you than it is for me. If you want to come look at the bars, Eric, we've got a lot of stuff on them. This bike has an upgraded controller, so we have a regen thumb brake. We also have a different display. We have a different headlight switch. This is the stock one, so we technically have 2. So we don't have a lot of room for switches. Now, my plan here is I'm gonna take this off and I'm gonna put it over here. I think that's about the only place I could put it. And I'm gonna put this where it's easier to access on the side there, so I can use my left thumb to swap my blinker. So I think the next step now is to remove any of your controls that you need to. Slide this on. It doesn't have a clamp that opens up, so you do have to remove your grip and everything to slide this exactly where you want it. So go ahead and do that, and then we're just gonna pretend we're putting ours on for the moment, and we're gonna run our wiring through our fork triple clamp. So to do that, I'm gonna go ahead and remove my front number plate so I can get my wiring back behind it. So I'm just gonna cut these zip ties. All right, a front number plate is out of the way. That actually works okay because we're gonna have to mount our front turn signals here in a minute. So now we can take this wiring. I'm gonna go behind my front brake line. I'm gonna go in, back to the back here. I'm just gonna take all of it. There's quite a lot. Just run all the slack that you have. So we're just gonna kind of pretend that that is mounted right there, and that's about the amount of slack, and we can zip tie those wires together later on. Okay, so we're just gonna leave that there for now. And we have all this wiring that is coming in here. And our next step here is we want this wire to be underneath our key ignition plug. So we're gonna take a 3mm Allen, remove this. All right, with that pulled off, let's just save the hardware to the side. And then now we got some stuff to do inside here. Kind of have a lot going on. We're just gonna set that to the side. Here we have a brake sensor, which I have previously had removed from the brakes, but we're actually gonna be reinstalling one of these so that it will make our flashing brake light work. So I've just had them tucked away down in there. And that's just one thing to note. If you don't have brake sensors on your brakes, your flashing brake light will not work. So that might matter to you, that might not matter to you, but just so you know, you have to have at least one brake sensor. And when you pull a brake that doesn't have one, it won't work. But if you have, your left brake, say, has a sensor, it will work. Okay, so now we're gonna take our new wiring, which is this guy. it's going to get tucked right here. But we have to do some plugging and some unplugging in here to plug in our front turn signals. Let's get those mounted and then we'll get it all wired in. Let's go ahead and get our front turn signals mounted. Now you notice if you have both of them, one of them is labeled right and the other one is not labeled. That's going to be the left. So let's start with the right side. That's going to go on your throttle side of the bike. Just going to set this to the side. Now there is one really simple way to mount this if your fork is stock. Let me show you on this bike right here. Okay, this is an E-Ride Pro, but you see this little bolt hole right here on the side of your fork? This mounts just like that. Boom. Stick your bolt in there that's included, and this is mounted perfectly, and then you just run the wiring behind your number plate and up under your key ignition. Now, our fork is not stock, so we've had to get a little bit creative, and we're actually just going to use a zip tie running through this hole at the same location as our number plate to mount these. And we've done this on other bikes, and it does work well. But maybe someone needs to design a 3D printed bracket for aftermarket forks. That'd be pretty cool. Email us if you do that. Okay, let's grab our number plate. We're just going to get that all ready, but not put our zip ties in yet till we get these lined up where we want them. So if we come over here, I'm going to go ahead and tuck. I'm just going to run our wiring into here. Basically our turn signal is going to be like right there. I'm just going to run it through the number plate, back around the side. Basically that's just going to sit nice and tight, just like that. But I'm not going to fully tighten it until we get the rest of the zip ties on. Tuck this right under the middle. Okay, now I'm just going to go around the front, make sure our number plate is perfectly centered. I'm going to go ahead and cinch the top ones down that aren't holding the indicators. And then I'm going to just line these indicators up right on the side, hold them flush, and then cinch down that zip tie. Basically just like that. And that holds them pretty nice. So you guys can see right from the front, they're clearly visible, and they're going to be indicating side to side. So now you should have your two turn signals coming out from underneath your forks, and then you also have your wiring from your switch, which is right here, and those all need to get tucked underneath your key ignition cover. So you want to make sure you got enough slack for everything, and then we're going to go ahead and put this back. There's no other plugs we need to mess with down in here. Just going to go ahead and get this the way it goes. Now we got a lot of wiring up in there now because of our extra headlight switch and our extra regen brake lever. So we might have more wiring than you do. This nice TB Electric key cover has a lot more room down the sides so you don't pinch your wires. See, I even have more room that I'm not using. Okay, so now we got our two turn signals here, and we have, this is actually one of our brake sensors. We already have one up in this brake ready to go, but if you want to install yours, then you can do that as well. Okay, so now let's talk through the rest of our wiring. So we have our wire coming from the front to the back right here. Okay, this plug connected to our OEM rear taillight plug. This is the only one that'll plug in. You can't mess it up. So you can go ahead and plug that in. This will kind of get tucked up in this wire boot here. Kind of keep it protected from dirt and grime or whatever. Okay. Now, so this we have to tuck up to the side right here so it's out of the way of our battery. But then this has to run back up to the front to connect to our turn signals, and then that all has to get tucked up under here. So you've got the right, and then you've got the right. So we'll go ahead and plug those into each other. Perfect. Now left go into left. Perfect. So those are going to get tucked up in there. Wherever you have room, try to make them fit. And then basically, these two wires here have got to run up the side, along out of the way of your battery. So however you want to do that, you're going to kind of just do it just like this. If you want to secure it or if you want to remove the other wiring, you can, and you could tuck it behind this little bracket, which is probably the best way to go. And then the rest of this is just going to get tucked up underneath our seat And both of these plugs will plug into our rear tail light with our whole attachment that's going to mount right here. I'm going to go ahead and grab that. We'll mount this up, and then we'll make sure our wires are out of the way of our battery. All right, so here's our seat assembly. We got our 2 plugs. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of line it up like so. And we've got our 2 plugs right here. Super simple. There's nothing that you can really plug into the wrong thing because all the plugs are just, there's only one way that they can go. So basically, all this is going to get tucked up back into this little side panel here. We're just going to get it up out of the way, and then we can adjust it later. If we get that kind of all tucked in, then this is going to mount back up with our 4mm and our 2 5mm screws. Then same on the other side, and then we'll adjust our wiring. All right, we're getting those on, and you can still see your wiring up here. I like to get all 6 of these bolts started before I tighten them all the way. That just makes it easier lining them all up. All right, let's deal with our wiring. So I'm just tucking all the wires down in this little section down in here, and we have our 2 wires right here that are gonna run from the front. I'm just gonna go ahead and tuck them right up against here. This is just gonna be really hard to kind of show on camera exactly how we do it, but you guys just have the gist of it, and you can line it up how you want to. I'm gonna go ahead and slide our battery in and make sure everything clears, and then we can secure it after. So there ended up being a lot of room back behind the back of the battery here for our wires to actually come out from the side to the back. So that's really not a problem. Ours are just tucked right in this groove right here, but they could also fit right behind here, and I think that's gonna be just great. So let's go ahead and actually just plug our battery in and see if she works. All right, our battery is plugged in. Let's turn it on. Display came on, bike still works, that's good. Okay, let's try our turn indicator. I'm gonna go left. Boom, we are flashing. Let's go right. There we go. And let's check the back. We should still be flashing back here. Yep, we got it on the right side. Let's go to the left side. It is working. Perfect. Now let's try our flash and brake light. If I pull the brake lever, look at that. That's super nice. Perfect. So that is the full install of the Project 9 turn signal kit for the MX4 and the MX5. Reminder, if you have a different style of bike, check the link in the video description. We'll have all the other install videos there for you to check out, and there's also a link to purchase this if you're interested. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. See ya.